Hello, everybody. Oh, we got people in the chat already. Let me just go take a quick look and see. Hello, Mary. Good afternoon. Hello, Mary Beth. The Slow Stitching Fool. I'm sorry. You'll have to remind me of your name again. I have a terrible memory between life and chemo and menopause. My memory's gone. I feel it's right on the tip of my tongue. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. Oh, if I can. I am hurting today. Neuropathy reared its ugly head last night. My hand was swollen. I've done ice. I've done heat. I've done my little massage mitten that I have that my mom got me for Christmas, and it's a little better. I finally took some ibuprofen, and it's still hurting. I am not crocheting at all today, maybe even into tomorrow. I can't even do a whole lot. I've been trying to edit my video for this week, and even that, as long as I can use my thumb and this finger, I'm okay. But then the next 3 fingers, forget it. So yeah, I am hurting today. Too much crocheting. And good afternoon, Marnie. So yeah, like I said, forgetful me, absent-minded me, completely forgot I had a doctor's appointment at 10 a.m. this morning. And I'm like, I was supposed to go live at 10 a.m. So a little bit later, hey, maybe this will be better for everybody. I don't know. I'm a morning person, so we'll probably go back to 10 next week. And next week, we're going to have a guest joining us. So yay, that's be fun. The first hour, you're just going to have me. And then the second hour, we'll have a special guest. So that's going to be fun. I got my tea, so I'm all good. Yes, it's very, very sunny here, and it's actually not even that bad out. Says it's, let me see, 3 degrees Celsius right now, and then I'll look at my phone, and that will tell me what it is in Fahrenheit. Because my husband laughs because I can do Celsius in the summer, but the winter, I still have a hard time figuring out what the temperatures are. So right now, so that's about 32 with the wind chill. I guess we've got a little bit of a wind chill. So it's not too bad. It actually feels warmer than that. So I'm surprised it's that chilly. It's not bad. Not bad out at all. We'll just give everybody a few minutes to come in. And I've got some questions. A few of you asked some questions, so that's good. Last time I put this out there, I think I got 1, so it wasn't enough to do a video. But I've got a couple, and I got a couple that came in from other social media. So I've got my notes everywhere, and we're going to be answering. Some of you asked some good ones. So we will be answering them. Oh, my goodness. Too much. As I said to my husband, I said, okay, it's fine. I can't crochet, but I feel like I can't even do anything else. That's what's bothering me. Like I can't even do anything else I was hoping to get to today. So, 7 degrees. You're warmer than us, Donna. We're only 3 Celsius. So, New Brunswick. I can't wait till we get there. Yep, Mary Beth, I've got both of them. They're right here on my phone beside me. I saw them. I actually saw your second one just this morning. Okay, you just sent it 14 hours ago. Okay, I don't feel, because I'm like, I don't remember seeing that. So, yeah. But, yeah, my husband and I, we went to Costco Monday after I did our taxes. Yay. Fun. As much, I say that with as much sarcasm as I can possibly say. And my husband, like, we often, what we call date days. Whenever we go out and that's when we try to have our time together. And we were talking, and we are both feeling so stressed about trying to get this house ready and up on the market for May, that we've decided we are going to nix that idea. And if we can get it up in May, great. If we can't get it up to June or July, that's okay too, because our original plan was to move in September, sell the house roughly in the summer and move in September if everything goes right. And because my husband is reserve still, he's still in the military, so he has to give a minimum of a 30-day notice anyway. But our plan was for him to finish out his contract in September and just not sign another one. And I had, like, we had a 3-year plan and a 5-year plan. This is part of the 3-year plan. I guess maybe even 2. We've actually upped it by a year. But I haven't been sleeping. My stomach has been a mess. I've been so stressed, and we are getting stressed from other people saying, oh, you need to put the house up in May. You need to put the house up in May. Apparently, why? Houses don't sell in the summer. We bought our house in the summer. The one we're in right now, we bought that in the summer. And then our own stress we were causing because we want to be in New Brunswick already. So I finally slept the last 2 nights. I slept Monday night and I slept last night because taking that stress off of us was just a huge weight. So I'm going to slow it down a bit, take our time, get the things. We have a lot of little things that we have to finish. And it's not even just having the house ready. It's us being ready. We're not going to be ready. If somebody comes in here and gives us full offer right away, that's a lot of stress to try to get out of the military, get everything packed, get everything moved, and find a new place to live. We got to do that too. So yeah. Sunny and 45 in the Thumb of Michigan this afternoon. It's funny. I had my friend Renee says that she lives in the Thumb of Michigan. We're going to be, Mary Beth, if it was that warm here, we'd be having this live outside on our deck. One of the houses we're looking at, the room that I would be using as my crochet room and filming room, had a little deck right off of it, a nice size one. And I'm like, I could put a couple chairs out there. I could go out there. I could film lives. In the nicer weather, I could film crocheting out there for my videos. Like I've been thinking about that house a lot. It had a good amount of property. I like the older homes with character, very much so. David does too. So yeah, that is, what's been going on here this week. Other than that, I'm trying to think. There's a big job fair tomorrow that Aiden's going to go to. So if y'all could say a prayer that he finds a job. Poor kid. I wish he could make money at trying to find a job because he'd be quite well off right now. I've mentioned before, he has a job. He's lucky if he gets 4 hours a week. And his coworker needed to switch with him. Usually he works every Friday night. And he ended up working Monday night for her, and she's taken Friday, and now he won't work again until next Friday. He's like, Mom, and he feels so bad about himself. And I'm like, Aiden, it's not your fault. He said, I feel like a loser because I'm home all day. And, I said, I'm trying. I said, honey, I know you're trying. I know you are. I said, you can't take it personal because you're not the only one not being able to find work. So the job fair is tomorrow afternoon. Apparently there's going to be several people there, businesses who are looking for people, and they're telling people, bring your resumes and be prepared to have interviews like right there. So, prayers, all my toes and fingers are crossed that he can get something with a lot more hours. So, we do that here too. But for us, it's not until May and June. So not looking forward to that. I'm trying to give it 10 minutes. We'll give 2 more minutes for anyone who's going to come in, and I'll get to the questions. Praying for your son, my Cecil. It's just like when I tell you, like in the last 2 years, he has tried we're well over 300 now. We're probably closer to 400 resumes. I mean, some of those he's sent in double and triple and quadruple and trying to get them. And I like that they tell you to bring a paper resume to this one, because I think everything is so online now. Everything has to apply online. And I think if you can see the person who's applying and talk to them, have that human connection, I think he might have a better chance. So I just hope he does. Hello, Linda. Linda is the special guest next week that will be joining us. Oh, Mary Beth, prayers and all my toes and fingers are crossed for you. For him, or is it might be her, because you weren't the one that said son. That was up here. My fingers and prayers, everything crossed, because it's hard. It's scary. It's honestly quite scary. Scary times right now. In a lot of ways. Okay, we're 10 minutes in. Who's ready to get to the first question? Okay, so let's see. The first one is actually not going to be a crochet question, because I said you could ask crochet personal. And like I said, if I don't feel comfortable answering it, I will just tell you. And if you have any questions right now, I got to stop using my hand. If you have any questions right now, if you put it all caps so I can see it. I mean, we don't have that many in here that I probably won't notice it, but just in case, and ask away. We've got some time, so we can absolutely do it. No, he doesn't. He does like doing some wood crafts with my husband, like some building and things. He really loved the 3D printing when he was in high school for tech class, and we thought about getting helping and invest in a 3D printer for him to see if he could start a little side business with that. But yeah, he has Tourette's. Crafts can be very hard for him. But he loves puzzles, and like his mind, like the algorithm, like he had to tell me what an algorithm was because I had no idea how he can invent his own one. And the Rubik's Cube thing, that was a huge obsession. Tourette's and autism have a lot of similarities, and we have a child with autism and we have a child with Tourette's. And one of his fixations was Rubik's Cubes a few years ago. And man, he could just fly through that thing. I never seen anything like it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yep. Everybody, many as we can get for all of us. It would be great. Okay, first question is from Big Valley Living. This is my friend Michelle, and she says, "Hi, Lynn. What was your favorite age and why?" I love this question, and I didn't think of it too long because I immediately my first reaction was to say the age I am right now. I am 51, right? I have to stop and think for a second. Yes, I'll be 52 in November. And honestly, I love this age because I feel like I'm being who I want to be at this age. I'm not caring about people's opinions as much anymore as I used to. The only people I care about are the ones that love me and I love them, my family. I'm still have terrible self-esteem. I'm trying to love myself more and accept myself more. But, Dave and I both are at that great age where our children are a little less dependent on us. I know that seems funny being almost 19 and being 22, but, being special needs, they're not like babies anymore or as difficult as it was even as teenagers. They're finally starting to gain independence and things. And it gives Dave and I a little bit more freedom. And yeah, I'd have to say, though, this age also comes with a lot of sadness because as you're getting older, people you love get older too, and you start passing away. And I think that's why I found Christmas so hard this year. And I've seen this trending a lot, how Christmas just felt different this past year for a lot of people. And I think it's because the people we've lost aren't here anymore. And it just seems different. I don't know, the magic. I mean, I love Christmas. I'm a huge Christmas lover. Like I decorate top to bottom my house. The kids love Christmas. They love everything leading up to Christmas. That's what we always said. Christmas Day is over so quick. It's the things leading up to it. So that definitely has some challenges but yeah, I'd have to say right now, the age I am right now is probably my favorite age. Absolutely. Just because I'm a little bit more comfortable in my skin, a little bit more. And I finally feel like I am the woman that I want to be, not the woman I think that I have to be because society or everyone else tells me I should be. So that was a good question, Michelle. Thank you so much. I love that. I don't think she's in here, but if she watches the replay later, she's 3 hours behind us. So my son is on the spectrum as well. Yeah, we actually thought Aiden was autistic for a long time. And we went through so much testing. And then we went to a specialist and then come to find out he had Tourette's, which blew my mind. And then we found out my husband has Tourette's. So I just thought it was their personality. I didn't know tics were a thing. And I honestly thought Tourette's was one thing, right? The one you see in the movies and TV, and it's not like that at all. And our daughter, she was very late to get diagnosed. She was 19, even though we had gone to specialists and counselors and psychiatrists, so many since she was 4. And we would always hear, oh, she's shy. Finally, we went to the right specialist, and after much testing, it actually threw me for a loop. But then after we found out, a lot of it was like, oh my God, like it made so much sense. It made so much sense. She's also been diagnosed with selective mutism. Her vocal cords just paralyzed and she cannot, if anyone talks to her one-on-one, she used to walk around with a little whiteboard and so she could write short answers. When we go to the dentist, the doctor, she would do it. I would get a lot of grief because everyone's like, you can't answer for her. You can't answer for her. Yeah, I can. Now I can. Now that she has official diagnosis, people are a lot more understanding of what's going on. And yeah, my heart breaks because I just wish we could have got the diagnosis sooner because I think her schooling would have been a lot different. Quite frankly, I would have homeschooled if I could go back and do it again. But yeah, and it is a spectrum. Like and it's hard because Grace doesn't look like she has, I hate to call it a disability because we don't like to call it that, but she doesn't look like, you know what I mean? Like and it's the invisible disability. My husband has PTSD from his years of military service, and Tourette's has a little bit more of a physical appearance because with the ticking and things, especially my husband and son, they both have facial tics. They have body tics sometimes. So that, Gracie stems a lot, especially when she's very stressed. So then people see that and they're like, oh, that's somebody with autism. But if not, it's so hard because people think unless you have something physically that they can see, you don't have it. Okay, boy, I always go off on tangents on these things. I guess because when something's been on my mind, it comes out. Okay, next question is from, I think it's Paola Manchucci. Oh, I hope I'm saying that right. This was a fun one. She says, hi, Lynn. Well, I am a romantic at heart, so would like to know how you and your husband met and fell in love, if it's not too personal and you'd like to share. I just joined recently, and I just love your vlogs. They bring me so much joy. It is you that has gotten me to try doing crochet. I like the popcorn effect, and we'll try to do a cushion red heart, outlining the heart with the popcorn effect. If this works, we'll try pumpkin and Christmas trees. We'll see if I have the courage to see it through for 2026. Well, that is awesome that you are crocheting. You feel like because of me. I love that because I think everyone should crochet. I love it so much. And my husband and I met on a blind date. His best friend at the time was dating my best friend at the time, and I was 14, getting ready to go into high school. And David was 16. And we met on a blind date. We went and saw Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And I was so nervous. And yeah, we met. And 6 weeks later, we met up again, had another date. And we've pretty much been together ever since. Through, me going through high school, him graduating high school. Then he went back for one more year of high school called grade 13 here in Canada. They do that in some provinces to up his math scores and things. And then he joined the military. I was in grade 11. Was I in grade 11 when he joined the military? Yes. I was halfway through grade 11 when he joined the military. And then the summer going into grade 12, he came home from the military on Labor Day weekend, proposed. And so we planned a wedding and a high school graduation all in the same year. I was also in 3 weddings the year I got married, including my own. So that was fun. And yeah, we have been together ever since. And a lot of people are shocked. We met in 1989 and we got married in 1993. We've grown up together basically. And I remember people would tell my mother and father, how are you letting Lynn get married? She goes, first of all, there's no letting. She's 18 and they adore my husband. My father adored him. My mom just thinks he's like the next best thing to slice bread. She adores him. He's a good son-in-law too. He's a great daddy, wonderful husband. And God knew what I was going to be going through in my life. And man wanted to make sure that I met someone at the age I did so we could become the close couple, relationship that we needed to get through those tough times. And I fully believe that. And he's my best friend. He's not just my husband. He's my best friend. We have great times together. It was a blind date when I was 14. People are always so shocked. But now I laugh because I think my son is 18, almost 19. And as his age, I've been married for almost a year. And I can't imagine my son being married right now. So I know it seems, oh, different times, but 1993, it was over 30 years ago. But it is funny to think like I could never see my son or daughter being married at the same age that I was. So that's kind of funny. But my cousin Christina, also, she married her husband. I think she might have been closer to 19. And they've been married. They got married the same year we did. They have 3, 4, 5 beautiful children. They're starting to have grandchildren now. Wonderful couple. And, they got a lot of guff too because of how young they were. But not everyone who gets married young, is divorced. I also had someone come up to my mother about 9 months after Dave and I were married and said, "Oh, what did Lynn have?" And my mother, not understanding what she meant, she goes, "What do you mean? What did she have?" She goes, "Well, didn't she have a baby?" And Mom's like, "No." She's like, "Well, isn't that why she got married? Because she had to." And I said to my mother, "You're lucky it wasn't me that lady said that to, because I probably would have told her what she could have done with herself." So no, but I told him we were separate countries. One, I couldn't just live with him, but I wasn't going to live with him anyway. It's just the way I was raised and my own way I felt. And being American Canada, I had to have my citizenship. So it's not Canada. So it's not like we could live together. So, but that's how we met all those years ago, 1989. Oh my goodness. That was so long ago. We were babies. So, okay. Next question. Okay, Mary Beth, this one's for you. Hi, Lynn. What is the best way to border a granny square? I finally made some, but the pattern does not have a border. I would like to put a border on before I connect them to make a blanket. Okay. So this is going to have a couple answers. You're going to put them all together to make a blanket. Typically, when you're doing that, you're sewing them together. So you don't usually put a border. Once they're all sewn together, then you could put a border if you wanted around all of the things sewn together. Then you could put a border around the blanket. If you want to put a border, my suggestion would be a very simple single crochet, most half double crochet around each square. I wouldn't go any more than that personally. That's just my preference. But another good one would be, if you want something more decorative, the moss stitch, the shell stitch, the V stitches that kind of add like a little bit of texture. And I would probably do one. It's either 1 round or 3. I wouldn't do 2, but I would do 1 or 3 rounds. But I personally just like the single and half double crochet for a granny square. Just a simple, even the baby blanket. I just finished the C2C, which you all see on Saturday's video. I finished it. Woo woo. I tried to put a fancier border. I tried to do the shell border on it, and I did not like it. I ended up just doing, I went around 3 times and I did single crochet one row, and then I did 2 half double crochets, and it's much better. It just didn't look right with anything else I tried. So I hope that answers your question. If not, let me know here if I can answer it anymore. I met my husband at 15. I married him at 22, divorced at 29. I've been with my current husband for 12 years. A lot of people didn't say we would make it. They were really nasty. Highland just got home. Hello, Renee. Is there someone else here who lives in the thumb of Michigan? It does think good. I'm glad I don't, because I consider myself a terrible teacher. I say I would have homeschooled the kids, but in retrospect, I often wonder. Part of my problem, and I've said this in my videos, I think something and think I've said it out loud. And then when people ask me in the video, I'm like, well, I showed them the video. No, I didn't. I thought it, but I didn't say it. So that's part of it. But I just also don't feel like I'm an expert or anything. So, but I can just tell you what I would do, and you could go with that. I was watching grandkids. They were so happy to see me. That's so much fun. It's one thing. I don't know if we'll ever have grandchildren. So it's another one of those things that special needs parents have to realize to give up the dream. Like, when I found out I was having, when Grace was born and we found out she was a girl, I did all the natural things. I think that most, I was thinking, oh, prom and all that. And not even because of COVID. Grace couldn't do prom because that was the year she graduated 2021. So nothing was happening still here, even in 2021. But a prom would have been like, she would have loved the dress. Like she said, I would have loved to have had a fancy dress, but going to the prom was not something that was ever going to be in her, rear view mirror or whatever. She was never going to be going. And it's just one of the things I've had to give up the dream of. And that's my issue, not theirs. It's mine. Oh, cup of tea. Yeah. Our kids went to online, and Grace did her whole last year of high school online. And it was the best year of high school she ever had. Her grades were stellar. She was happier. She wasn't having flare-ups from her eczema or her Ryerson syndrome. Her anxiety was a lot less. It was a totally different year for her. And that's why I wish I could have homeschooled them sooner after seeing how well she did. She did amazing. Hello, Sean. Hello. I know you asked a question way back when I put this out there, and I didn't get, that was the only question I got. And I tried to find it on my community post, and I think it was something to do with the difference between yarns or something. If you remember or you want to ask it again, go ahead. Yeah. Totally get that. Yeah, if I had to do it again, Sean, I would go back in a heartbeat and homeschool my kids. My cousin has done it, and she's doing it with her two youngest. And I have lots of friends who have done it now. The ladies in my homesteading group, a lot of them are doing it. And we're taught, like at an early age, that we can't teach our own children. Like that's part of the whole thing, right? So we don't think, and I didn't think I was qualified. And then of course, knowing what I know now, I totally could have, and they can still, the socialization. Well, in my kid's situation, especially Grace, socialization wasn't always great for her, but she did do dance class, and people are always shocked, she could do dance class because she was in a group. It was never a solo or one-on-one. And music has always been Grace's coping mechanism. It's always been her thing. Like literally, she was singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star at 16 months. Like she loves music, loves singing, all of that. And so, and Aiden did some sports. He did, so they could have still had the socialization, which is what I've realized. So yeah, if I could do it again, I would. Hello, I'm going to say, is it Margarita? Hello, thanks for coming in. I think it was about, how do you know which style type of yarn do you use? Okay. Well, I'm going to answer that right now. What's right here. It really depends on what you want to make. If you want to make something you can wash a lot and not worry about natural fibers, obviously the acrylics, the polyesters are the way to go. If it's something, in a perfect world, I would just use cotton and superwash merino wool and things like that, because I love the natural fibers, but they also come with a price. Like a small skein of superwash merino wool here can be anywhere from $30 to $40. And one little skein, I might be able to get maybe a hat and some mittens or fingerless gloves out of one skein. Like I wouldn't be able to get a hat, scarf, and out of that. You have to, cotton will shrink, definitely. Acrylic, I've not had any problem, and people really put down acrylic. And I know a lot of companies are making recycled yarns now out of recycled, old acrylic and polyester yarns, which is great. I have had things from acrylic yarns I have made years ago that still look amazing as they did then. So these are not things that are going into the landfill. Now, things I've made and people maybe donate to thrift stores, I don't have any control over that. But I know the things we keep last a long time. And not everybody has the same budget, right? To do this hobby, this passion, whatever you want to call it, this obsession. And I would hate for anyone to not learn and come to enjoy crochet like I do because they couldn't afford this is a sore topic with me because I've had a few comments on some of my videos. So I should only be using pure natural fibers and promoting them. And I'm like, I'm never going to do that. Never. Because I love yarn. Love all kinds of yarn. All kinds of yarn. The only yarn I don't like is that Fintex yarn. Oh, I don't like the feel of it. I don't like how it feels on my skin. It's gross. Oh, I can't stand it. So, but other than that, I love yarn. And I should never be something because of money that somebody can't do. So, passion. There we go. Passion. So, yeah, I think I actually say passion in my video that's coming out Saturday instead of addiction. I said, I'm calling this a passion. Yep, they do. They do. So, yeah, you are going to always see me promote all kinds of yarns. Depending on now, if you are using a natural fiber yarn, I always find wooden hooks work better. Wooden hooks work better. They just seem to glide better. They don't seem to split the yarn like a metal hook or a resin hook will do. But yeah, it really just depends. I have a lot of merino wash wool because I had a company send me some like 2 years ago. But they sent me a whole bunch, but they sent me one of each. So I've got like 20, but I've only got one of each 20. Does that make sense? And I'm still trying to figure out what to do with it all. I really am. I might do a bunch of granny squares and do like, because some are, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, there goes my brain. Complementary. Some are complementary colors with each other, and then some aren't. I know I want to make some slippers. I think I'm going to make a bunch of mittens for us with them. So, but yeah, they've been basically sitting. Where are they? One of those over there is all the merino superwash wool. So I got to think of something to do with them because I want to use them. I love them. It's called Arcane Fiberworks is the company. They're here in Canada. The guy who does all this, the hand dyeing and everything, he used to be a construction worker in Edmonton, Alberta. And then the crash happened a few years ago and he couldn't get work. And he always dabbled at the dyeing of the yarn. And he went and worked as an apprentice with a master yarn dyer, fell in love with it and started his own company. And I love the name Arcane Fiberworks. And he has a dragon as a symbol, as a logo, and I love dragons. Love them. You can never convince me they were never really on this planet once before. I seriously love dragons. And yeah, and he does videos on YouTube, on Instagram, where he shows how what he inspires him to do his colorways. He did one where he was inspired by a blue jay, and this yarn literally looks like a blue jay. It literally looks like a blue jay. I'll have to do a video where I show some of these. He did one that looks like he was he sent me, and Grace was so excited because it was based he was inspired by Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. It looks like Sally in a yarn. He did one where it was sunset over the ocean. I've got that one. It is stunning. It is so pretty. And that's the problem I have. I don't know what to make with it because I want to do it justice and I've only got one skein of it. It's just amazing to watch him. I am so amazed by it. And it looks so amazing to see him and how true to his inspiration he gets. Like, I just love it. I think it's so cool. So I'll have to I did a haul years ago on my Bucket List Homestead channel when it came, because that was the only channel I had and I wanted to promote him because he was so nice to send me all of it. I'll have to show you all again because I love it. It is such nice stuff, like seriously. But it's pricey. It's like $30 or $33 depending on what weight you get, how thick. And if I wanted to make, say, a hexagon cardigan with it, probably I would need minimum maybe 10. I'm trying to think, maybe even 15. You add that by 30. Pretty expensive. I don't have that kind of budget for crocheting. Okay. All right. What is another question? Okay. Jen H asks me, what is your dream crochet project? Also, I was able to get some really discounted number 4 wool yarn in several nice colors, but I don't know what to do with it. It's a bit scratchy. Any suggestions? So I'm going to assume it's probably the wool I won't work with because I completely break out when I try. So I can do the merino wool and I can do the alpaca, but And I can do some sheep wool depending on it. But the fact that you said it's scratchy, I'm literally trying not to itch right now because I know what you mean. Where it is wool, you're going to want to do like cozy things for winter, things that are really going to keep you warm. At the same time, it's going to be scratchy. So I don't know how sensitive you are. So like hats, mitts, gloves, they're going to be right against your skin. So that's going to be difficult. If you don't have any sensitivities, that's the best thing because they are definitely warm, very, very warm. You know, beanies, mittens, blankets, throw pillows would be great. You also can, I don't know how to do this, but you can do felting. They do a lot of felting with the real wool yarn. Again, I have no idea how to do it. I just like watching the videos. I find them calming and they're amazing to watch them do it. So that's something you can do. Socks, boot cuffs, leg warmers. What else? Did I say slippers? Slippers would be good. Slippers would be really good because if you wear them over socks, it might not bother anybody who has a sensitivity. I will say if you are going to use real wool, it's usually better to go up a whole hook. So if you thought, oh, I'm going to use a 5, I'd go up to a 6, at least a 5.5. I'd go up to a 6mm hook. It can make it easier to work the stitches with the stiffer, scratchier yarns. You may have to block it because it takes wool takes really good blocking like water, like damping it takes really good to blocking. Other than that, I don't know it's not one of my favorites to work with. Like, oh man, I'm itchy now because of what you described. As for my dream crochet project, I would love to do a Grafgan. I would love to do a Grafgan, and I'd love to do a Grafgan of like our dogs, like a family photo. I'd love to do one for my dad of my dad for my mom, like maybe their wedding photo or something. That would be my dream project. I would love to do Grafgans. Absolutely, I love them. They just take a long time to do, and they take a lot of time to sew in ends. I've done very little color work Afghans. And just the one little bit I did, it took me forever to sew in all the ends, like forever. And that was only using like 4 or 5 colors. So, but yeah, I would love to do a Grafgan someday, maybe. If we can invent more hours in the day, I definitely will get it done. Until then, it's on my bucket list of things to crochet. And we have one more question from Mary Beth. This was the new one you had come in, Mary Beth. It says that you're currently crocheting a small bag for my oldest granddaughter, and it's the kind where you crochet the whole rectangle length, fold up to stitch the sides. I'm using acrylic yarn, but the edges are curling. Should I block it before stitching up the sides, or will it matter? I wonder, can you tell me what brand of yarn you're using that might help me answer this? My first instinct is to say after you're done stitching, that's when I would block it. I don't know if I would necessarily, you could certainly do it beforehand. If it helps you sew it up the sides better, then absolutely do it beforehand. A lot of them get better after you finish sewing it, like they'll start laying flat. But if you are having a hard time with it, I absolutely would go ahead and block it first. And it will, make it a lot easier for yourself. It certainly won't hurt it to do it. So it's Hobby Lobby. Okay. Yeah, if you're finding it difficult and you just I'd say go ahead and block it. And then once it's blocked and it's easier for you to sew up, then go for it. If it makes it easier for you, I'm all for ease. Oh my goodness. I think my ibuprofen is wearing off on my hand. I think that was the end of the questions on my Facebook page. Let me just go see. I had a couple I thought on Instagram, but they might have been ones I already answered. I think that's it. Yeah, that is it. So I said, if anyone has any other questions, you can go ahead and ask them while we're chatting here. We might only do an hour today just because my hand is just, it is just killing me. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself if I can't crochet for a day or two. Any ideas on what to do with ruffle yarn? Oh my goodness. I remember when that was so popular a few years ago. My friend made us, my daughter and I and my mom, so many of the scarves that were really popular with that ruffle yarn. And I mean, like so many, more than we could wear in a lifetime. I'm trying to think. It might make cute trim for pillows or toppers for words are hard, dish towels. It might make like anything like you wanted to like trim out with a little bit of extra bouginess. It might be good for that. Other than that, I don't know what else. I know that's why she made so many, because she had so much of it. And I mean, I remember that was so popular. It was everywhere for the longest time. So many colors. My friend Tasha and I went out yesterday. We went out for lunch, and we never even crocheted or anything together yesterday because we went to a store that was supposedly closing. The man's wife owned it, and she passed away a year and a half ago. And she had two businesses, one here in Trenton and one in the city that's 20 minutes from us. The one here in Trenton, they tried to sell it. They ended up just selling the building, and I think they took all of the stock to the Belleville store, and he's trying to sell all of it. So we were told they were going out of, he was having like clearance sales. There was nothing in there clearance. I shouldn't say that. There was a few bolts of fabric that were clearanced. And when I tell you, like, I was looking through the magazines and the crochet, and she had a lot of knitting, more knitting than anything. I always find the smaller yarn stores, at least the ones I have gone into, are certainly more for on the knitting side. Like, they seem to do a lot more for the knitters and the crocheters. But her books and magazines, some of them were from the late 80s, 90s. I think the newest one I saw there was like 2002. And they weren't clearanced. They weren't even marked down. The yarn, again, the labels on some of the yarn, I remember those labels from 15, 18. Tasha said she saw one label. She knows darn well they changed that label in the 90s. And it was still full price. And I'm like, some of this yarn is 25, 30 years old. And they're wanting $18, $27, $11. Like, I'm like, okay. Tasha did get some bolts of fabric. She did find a few things that she was looking for. But yeah, that was kind of disappointing, but we had a great day. We had so much fun, much better than our last Tuesday get together at that group. Tasha's decided she doesn't want to go back either. Good afternoon from Saskatchewan. Nice to have you. Yeah, she even decided, so we had a good time. So next Tuesday, we're going to try and just get together at one each other's houses and just have a couple hours where she knits. And I'm going to crochet, or she's going to work on some of her sewing. And, but we're going to try to do like once a month where we go out to lunch. So it was so much fun. We had such a good day, and the lunch was amazing. I've never been to this place. I don't know why. Dave and I are going to go back. Everything they made was homemade. I got the chicken club. The bread was homemade. The chicken was real chicken that they had baked and seasoned. It was so big. I couldn't, it had, local cheese, a company that makes cheese here. They try to use a lot of local ingredients too, that are in season, and they get their beef from local farmers for their hamburger. And they had loose leaf tea. Do you know how hard it is to find a place around here that's not coffee? They had all kinds, and they had tea lattes. And I'm like, how have I not known about this place? I've known about it. It's just, it's in the town where Aiden went to high school. So we don't go there very much anymore now that he's graduated. And I just don't think to go there. But I told David, we are definitely going to be going there. It was like him and I could have split the sandwich. Seriously. I couldn't eat it all. It was so stinking good. And I don't mind paying a little bit more if I walk away thinking, oh my gosh, not only am I full, but that was amazing. And that's what that made me feel. So that was really good. It was delicious. It was so good. And the fact that they had my tea. They had Irish breakfast tea, friends. Nobody ever has that. And they had honey, and they had cream. I was like, where has this been? It's been right here, Lynn. Just got to get off your duff and come to it. So yeah, I think Dave and I might try going there on the weekend together in the mornings, and because they have scones. I don't know if I've ever talked about my love of scones on here. I know I have on my other channel, but yes, I love scones. I literally love scones. I will take a scone over a donut, a muffin, even a piece of cake. Like, I love scones that much. And I stink at making them. I've made them 4 times. They've come out okay 3 times. They just don't look as pretty. But I'm learning. I've got a couple of good tips to try, and I'm going to try and make some if I can get my hand to feel better. I like oolong too. Yep, that's another one of my favorites. I do like oolong. I tend, in the mornings, I tend to go for the high octane ones, the Irish, the English, the Scottish, because they're a little bit stronger. And did I share with you this study that I saw out of England where this scientist, followed for 40 years? He followed nurses and doctors primarily because he figured they were the ones who were going to be drinking the most tea and coffee. And he followed, I can't remember how many. It was thousands of them from over 40 years. And he did people who didn't drink it and people who did, so he could have the study. And he has found that the nurses and doctors who, my scarf's falling off, who drank a minimum of 2 cups of caffeinated coffee or tea, it had to be at least caffeinated coffee or tea, 2 to 4 cups a day minimum, it looks like they have less likely of developing Alzheimer's and dementia. So I'm going to keep drinking my caffeine tea. Thank you very much. And good news for coffee drinkers too. But like, he has the more study, but it's very promising. Like, it's a lot of buzz and people are really happy, right? Because it's a problem. Dave and I have it both in our sides of the family, and it is something I worry about and concerned about, especially with my mother. But sometimes she forgets things and it makes me nervous. But I also think part of hers is her grief. Like, that's a common thing too, to be forgetful. But yeah, I'm like, let's pass the tea and coffee. Let's, a minimum of 2 to 4 cups a day. Oh, that's no problem for me. A little bit harder in the summer because I don't drink it as much. I drink cold iced tea. But yeah, I thought it was a really interesting, if I can find the study, I'll have to try to link it on my channel somewhere, but it was very interesting, and people are so excited about this. So I'm like, yes, yay. Yeah, no problem. So I have neuropathy in my hands and feet, a little leftover reminder from chemotherapy, and it acts up. Typically, I've done pretty good. I had it at Christmas time. It was acting up because all that amigurumi little things I was making with the advent calendar from Hobby Hobby. And I say it that way because I get a lot of flack about that too. It bothered me over Christmas because it was such intricate little things. But I have been crocheting. I've been a crocheting demon. Like, I finished that baby blanket. I can't show it to you because you'll all see it. You'll have to watch for Saturday's video. I share it in the Saturday's video. I did the sweater, a hat, and a blanket for her. So, and they turned out beautiful. I'm very happy with them. But I stayed up because was it Thursday night? Friday night. I'm like, I am staying up because I am not ending this day without this baby blanket being done. So it's just all of a sudden. So the neuropathy has decided to say hello. And we also got really cold in the beginning of the week, and extreme temperatures, hot or cold, can affect it. And I woke up this morning, and when I went to bed last night, it was hurting. And when I woke up this morning, it was really bad. And it's swollen. It's sore. I used my little, you can't grab anything with your right. I use this. I highly recommend this. I picked this up. It's Bob and Brad. My mother sent us money for Christmas, all 4 of us, even though we tell her not to. Like, you can remember the kids, but she's like, you're still my children. I can't not do that. Bob and Brad, they're pretty famous doctors. And they have, one of them has passed away though just recently. I can't remember which one. But anyway, they have all kinds of devices, and this is for left and right. I know it has a mitten, but or thumb inside here. There's a place for your left hand where you can put your thumb, and it has heat, and it has 3 or 4 levels of massage. I did this 3 times this morning before I went to the doctor, and then I put cold on it, and it's a little better, but not a whole lot. I'm definitely going to have to take all of today off. I'm not going to be able to do anything. I can use my thumb, no problem, and this finger. But when I start using these, those 3, the pain. So I can at least edit my video because I'm just using my thumb and my pointer finger. I'll be able to do that. But, oh, no problem. And are we going to get to see the finished project soon? Because I've been looking for it. So, yeah, that's what's going on. It's deciding to say hello and telling me I need to take a break. And I hate it because I'm so close to finishing one project. And I got to listen to it because I can't anyway. The pain is so much. I can't grab a hook. I just can't. So I love a good scone too. My maternal grandfather was from Scotland and my maternal grandmother was from Ireland. My mother learned how to make, so my maternal great grandparents came right over from Ireland and they settled in Canada actually. And my mother's father's parents, I never knew him, my great grandfather, or he would have been, my grandfather, he passed literally when my mother was pregnant with me. His parents came over from Scotland. So we have Kearns and Bartletts. And then we found out on my dad's side that my grandfather, one of his great grandparents came over from Ireland. So we have a lot of Ireland and Scottish in our family. My mom's got the red hair to prove it. So hello, Annette. Thanks for dropping in. Absolutely love breakfast tea. Black tea is my favorite. Yeah, it is mine too. So thank you. If I just, like David said, if I'm not stubborn and just take it easy today, it should hopefully be better by tomorrow. I hope so, but I have no choice. He might even have to help with a lot of supper because luckily I have my supper preserved. So we're having pork tenderloin tonight that I don't have to, a piece of hair is bugging me, that I don't have to, that's the word I'm looking for, that I don't have to actually prepare. It's just opening the jars, heating them up. So he might be doing a lot of that tonight because I don't even think I can hold. Like I had to do my hair, which is why I'm wearing a scarf today with my left hand. I had to put on a little bit of mascara with my left hand, and I poked myself in the eye because I'm not left-handed. Like I just can't. I couldn't open my door going into the doctor's office. I had to open the door with my left hand. It's funny how, and I'm like, oh man, I am definitely right-handed, very dominant. Irish McNally, Scottish Graham. Yep. Irish for me is Kern, and some of the Bartletts too are from Ireland. And then I cannot remember what was the last name. Oh, I can't think of it. I said I didn't know him. Honestly, my mother didn't know him either. He wasn't a good dad. We'll just put it at that. He had come back into her life a little bit when she was pregnant with me. And then he fell off the roof of the armory, roofing it, and died just a month or 2 before I was born. But yeah, we since found out that his parents came over from Scotland. So Ireland is on my bucket list. When I had my first chemo treatment and we made our bucket list of what we wanted with our lives, and Ireland was like right there on the list after our own home, lots of property for homesteading and gardening and chickens and things in Ireland. So, and I laugh and I joke, but we were supposed to go to Ireland for our 30th anniversary, which will be 3 years ago. But the kids both needed braces. And they had to have quite a bit down payment. They gave us a break on one because we already had one going. They said, we'll only require you to give us half the down payment for the second, but it just made her payment higher. So yeah, we laughed because we said the kids forever were walking, they're walking around with Ireland in their mouths because that's where all the money we had saved to go to Ireland went. It was worth it. Their teeth are beautiful. beautiful. And my children had, I mean, and of course, having extra special sensory issues for Aiden to help convince him, the doctor, the orthodontist showed him before and after what he would look like. And he was so amazed. He's like, that's what my teeth could be like, Mom. And I'm like, yeah, hun. And he's like, okay, we'll do this. And because Aiden actually had 2 rows of front teeth, we called him our shark, the way they came up, and he could not brush them properly, and his speech was affected and his chewing was affected. Gracie's speech was affected and a bit of her chewing because of their, I had a very, very bad overbite that had to get fixed with braces. My children got mine and then some. The orthodontist said Aiden's was one of the worst ones he'd seen in like over 20 years of being an orthodontist. So, because if it had just been a little bit and it was cosmetic and they just needed to straighten out, I would have told them, look, when y'all are old enough, you can pay for it, you can get that. But this was like some severe, like really needing. And now Aiden, they didn't think he was going to have his wisdom teeth out, but now they think he's going to have to because of the way 2 of them have come in. And our insurance covers very little of that, very, very little. And he might have to wait until he can be a little older and pay for it himself with his, hopefully he'll get a job that will have coverage, because it doesn't cover a lot at all. And it is pricey, very, very pricey. we might see if we can get a second opinion and see if someone else is cheaper. We knew just walking in there it was going to be expensive because I kid you not, the office was like something out of a movie. It was so fancy and so high end, like the decor. And I thought this is going to cost us a fortune. And I was right. It was beautiful, but holy moly, was it fancy schmancy. And we are not fancy schmancy people. And I just kept saying to David, I've never seen so much glass and like glass. There was glass everywhere and golds and like, it was insane. And I'm like, yeah, this is going to cost us a lot of money. And I didn't like the way the surgeon scared Aiden, telling him how he really needed to have this done. And, sooner than later, like it doesn't have to be done today, but it's something you definitely got to think about soon. And he really scared him. Like he told him, it'll become impacted. And then that's even more money. And then there's a lot of pain. Like it really, really scared him. And it ticked me off because it scared him so much. So part of Tourette's, that's Aiden's like, with Tourette's, there's no gray. It's black and it's white. There's no gray. There's no middle. It's like he says this, then this has to be done. It's like when he was in school and the teacher would tell everybody, okay, sit down and get out, da-da-da-da, we're going to work on this. Aiden would be the first one in the chair, open it up, written, and everyone else would still be yelling and talking, and it would raise his anxiety and his anger. And even the teacher would say, I get it. I know why he is so stressed, because they wouldn't listen. And she would even get upset and they would get louder. And he's like, Mom, the teacher told us to sit and do this. Why aren't they doing it? And how do you explain that to an 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old? As an adult, I would get upset if that was happening like an adult class and people weren't listening, right? Like David said, we always expect our kids to react differently than what we would even, and they don't even have the maturity yet to react that way. And yet we're expecting them, let alone just, whether you even have Tourette's or autism or any other thing, just the fact that we expect them to not get upset over something that even we would. So when they tell him this needs to be done or this is going to happen, that's all he can fixate on. And it's like, okay, we got to go get a second opinion, and maybe the second person won't be as expensive. I don't want to take him to like a dive dentist or anything, but I think we could find someone who's a little less bougie. We have stinky dental coverage. Awful, just awful. They haven't raised it. So David's been in the military over 30 years, and it's the same coverage we were getting in 1991 when he first joined. Like they have not raised how much they cover. They have not raised how much of braces they will cover. Meanwhile, all that stuff has gone up. They didn't even increase how much they would cover for glasses and things until 2 years ago. They raised it. We went from 250 every 2 years, and they've raised it to 375 every 2 years. By the way, I couldn't even get my glasses for 375, but at least it helps. But we pay for it. Like it's not like we are getting this insurance for free. We pay premiums every month for it, and they don't even give us good coverage. It's so frustrating because meanwhile everything has gone up the last 3 decades. except our coverage. Oh, and the premiums have gone up, but our coverage hasn't. I often tell David we would just be better off to having a savings account for dental and glasses and things and just put the money in there every month. And then when we need them, we'd have the money to pay for all of it. And then we just start saving again when it's time, because what we pay every month, I don't know if we're really getting our money's worth. Even with the dentist, I don't know if we're getting our money's worth, what we pay every month for that. So, well, we are at the hour mark. I assume we've lost some people, so I guess people didn't like me ranting about things. I apologize. I could get off on a tangent sometimes, and part of it is like I don't have other adults to talk to. I don't. Not very often, and my poor husband probably gets tired about hearing the same stuff. So when I get a chance to chat, I'm a chatty Cathy. Always have been, always will be. That's never going to change. So thank you all so much for submitting your questions. It was a lot of fun. It really helps me kind of get the ball rolling. Next Wednesday, Linda from Linda's Pantry will be joining us in the second hour, and we're going to be talking about crochet, how long she's been crocheting, what got her crocheting. If you have any questions for her, think about them and bring them with you to next week's live. Next week, we will be back at 10 a.m. Eastern. I don't think I have any appointments next week. I think we're going to be good. So next week will be 10 a.m. Right here, and we'll chat a little bit and find out what made Linda want to crochet and how much, why she loves it. She's another person who's passionate about yarn and crocheting. And we'll see you all then. And a new video coming out Saturday, a fun one and an interest. I hope. I was really nervous about, but I really wanted to talk about what I talked about. So you know what? It is what it is. I've talked about it. I'm editing it. I'm sharing it. And I hope it is perceived in the way that I hope it is, that the way I want it to be. So if that doesn't wet your whistle, I don't know what will, right? So we'll see you guys here next Wednesday, and we'll see you Saturday in the new video for this week. Take care, everyone. God bless, and have a great week. Stinking hand.